Hello, I am LukeTenn Luke, sometimes a director, artist, and actor for LukeTenn Films. Today is the first day of FTY 2018. We have a ton of new revealings today. I think we're just gonna get right into it. So, as for the release of The War 4, I'm sure maybe some of you know about the War series. We uploaded some trailers for it. We originally started with The War 2, and The War 3 on a different channel. We weren't really planning to make any more, but we wanted Alex and the General to come out with something professional. So that's how The War 4 was created. We lost some of our footage, but are on track to make this movie come out really soon. As for another release of ours, The War 4, Cookmania HD, Detective Zenton. These are all films that have either come out or going to come out, but there is one more film we're making. These films have all been recorded with the cameras. This film, entirely animation. I'll present to you Antonio's Adventure. Antonio's Adventure, I have just stated, is going to be completely animated movie. As for the length, it might be about 10 to 15 minutes. It stars this construction worker named Antonio, who works together with certain friends, Arahi, Ava, San, to defeat the evil King Malik from his hideous plans. Here to help me explain more about this film is the film's director, Luke.
Thank you. Antonio's Adventure. We expect this to be our most hilarious and comedic film yet. And a huge part of this goes to the film's main villain, King Malik. And you might be wondering, how exactly is the main villain comedic? Well, most villains are serious, rough, angerful. King Malik is definitely full of rage, but he expresses it in a weird and funny way. He is actually perhaps one of the weirdest characters we've ever had. And to show you, and now we'd like to show you something. We'd like to show you the opening of the movie. So just so you can get an idea of how King Malik is.
Yo, Kafemu, get over here. I just got a great idea to have people respect me. I've got the perfect idea. I'm going to destroy all their crops. They'll be so hungry they'll be running to me, and there won't be anyone to stop me.
Wasn't that hilarious? Look at me up there, my feet.
I think you are a fool. Ah!
Anyways, that was just the beginning. Animation takes a long time. It took about 3.5 hours to make. I don't know if I'm fast at animating or if that's standard time, but we're going to work our best to try and make it so this film is released in a timely manner. I'm the one who has to animate it all alone, but luckily I have quite a bit of storyboards to keep me going. As for other films we're releasing, Detective Zenton. We haven't talked about this in a year, so let's get right to it. Detective Zenton is a mystery movie. It stars Detective Zenton, as you probably could have guessed, as they try to solve a crime. I'm not the film's director, so I'm not really sure how much information I can give out on it. So we'll come back to that. The War 4. It's very close to being done. We have all the footage we need. If we can somehow accumulate all of them and find all the ones we need, we can get this movie released in a timely manner. Just like Antonio's Adventure. The only difference is Antonio's Adventure only has basically that scene done. And it's not even completely finished yet. We have other scenes but they aren't voiced yet. To be honest, we only have like one other. Anyways, I'd like to go to Braden Luke, who's directing also Detective Zenton, and since it's a mystery, I'm just not sure how much we can release. I'll let him explain that, along with something new that he's been looking forward to share with the world for about a year now. Ready?
Thanks, Austin. Detective Zenton, it follows the case of a world-class robber, the Toyota Man, and it's up to Detective Zenton and Chief Mac to figure out his identity and bring him in for justice. Now, it is a mystery movie, so we unfortunately can't show you all that much about the film. But we can show you one of the earlier scenes. It's Detective Zenton's ever first appearance in LukeTenn Films. So let's pull that up.
Hey, detective.
Huh?
I'm Chief Mac. I've decided to put you in charge of the recent robbery. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Abigail Zenton. I've been here for about 2 years now.
This is the first time I'm seeing you.
No, it isn't. I talked to you last week.
I insist. I would remember talking to you last week. Hey, I'm Chief Mac. I've decided to put you in charge of the recent robbery. It's nice to meet you.
Shut up, Chief. Just tell me what we have on the case.
Not much. All we got is a calling card. As you may know, a calling card means that they've made a business out of this. It also means that they won't be caught anytime soon.
There's a T on this symbol. He or she may get a name for him or herself based on this. If he or she does get a nickname for him or herself, it will have a T on it. No doubt about it. I would keep my eye out for a letter or a calling card. We just may be able to put a face to the mask.
Seems pretty interesting, right? Detective Zenton, although it does mostly take place in the police station, and we do expect it to be a grand film, and we're hoping that you are enjoying it, that you will enjoy it as much as we are making it. But that's not all. We do have one more film that we'd like to announce today. I'm sure that you're all familiar of George Lucas's hit film, Star Wars. You've probably seen a ton of parodies about it on YouTube, and LukeTenn Films will actually be joining in on that. So to describe more, here is the main star of the film, Mondale.
Thank you for that relevant presentation. Space War. We haven't gotten much done on this film. It takes quite a lot to figure out a great film about space, kind of based off of Star Wars. Although, it's not going to be completely based off of it. We're going to do, basically, our own humorous characters. Like, I'm sure you're all aware of Solo and people like that. Mondale and Beardley are the two, mains in it. I'm sure I don't need to explain who they're, like, more related to. They're taxi drivers and they're... No. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'll tell you this later. So, Space War. It's gonna take a lot of time, especially for music. We haven't yet gotten a rating on it. But speaking while we're on the topic of ratings, I would like to talk about the MRB. The MRB, the movie ratings board, has presented up on screen right now. The movie ratings board, as you can see, we're following other movie companies, along with maybe some gaming. What we plan to do is see before a movie can even think about being released, you gotta discuss it in MRB charts. The MRB charts, without a rating, it can never go up on the air on YouTube. But that's enough about ratings. I want to get back to a little bit about Antonio's Adventure, since that's kind of the film we're really excited about releasing. I know we should be more excited about the work for, we probably are, but there's been a hold on that, as you know. So, Antonio's Adventure. Where does it take place? Antonio's Adventure takes place 700 years in the future in Land Torred. It's ruled by an oppressive King Malik. This world of Torred is not like anything we've ever seen before. Yeah, on film, of course. Antonio's Adventure has quite a few alien creatures in it. Now, it's like this'll never happen, but you can't prove it won't. Well, you probably could. Little Kafamus. Little pepper-like creatures that roam around Torred. This is just one of the examples. Malik's sidekick and head guard, Cyclope, is also an alien. Gonna be voiced by Brandon here. And I think we pretty much discussed all the movies we want to discuss. And now, some of you have seen our website, I'm sure. Well, nah, you probably haven't. But there's a link down in the description, and a link to something else will be there. A prototype we're making. I'm going to let Brand take place on this one, since he's wanted to talk about this for about a year, if you will.
Thank you. This you will be able to access from the official LukeTenn Films website. It's another website we're making, and it's called Souputer, a combination of the words super and computer. So what can you do on this website? Well, for one, we're installing a feature that we are calling Open Theater, where you will be able to watch a numerous amount of LukeTenn Films movies. So how can you tell if it will be available on the Souputer? That's actually pretty easy. On the thumbnail of some of our movies, you will see the Souputer icon. If the Souputer icon is seen on the movie, and that means it will be available to watch on the Souputer. But there's a lot more that meets the eye. The Souputer isn't just a movie watching site for LukeTenn exclusive films. No, you will actually be able to visit what we're calling the U-Shop, or Ultimate Shop. And you can download numerous things, including games, such as a game we're simply gonna call Cookmania. And you can play as your favorite little chef, Sam Lucas. And you can actually learn to cook real recipes in the real world. And you will also be able to run the Yums restaurant. And just don't make Presley mad, or you're fired. We also have a game called Detective Zenton's Mystery Microgames, which, as the name implies, is simply a game about microgames, where the Detective Zenton crew will be competing in several microgames. I've said microgames enough, haven't I? Just a little warning. When this game does release, there will be spoilers for those who haven't had time to watch Detective Zenton. So just be warned about that. Also, we're calling Sooniverse, which is an online chat group exclusive to the Souputer and powered by Facebook. And yet, where you will be able to contact numerous people who also use Sooniverse. And yes, it is currently up and running as we speak. However, the computer is not running yet. Our team will keep working hard to make sure the computer is ready for launch. So you might be asking yourselves, what else is there to computer? That you will have to find out when you use it. But the computer isn't released yet. The computer will be up and running online on August 20th. Until then, we will keep working to make sure it's up and ready. Yeah. But there will be more info about it on the official website, so keep an eye out for it until the day it launches. And now, let's finish off with Austin.
It's been great talking about all these new releases. Hope we all had a good time talking about Sam Lucas, Peter Spide, and our friends from the War 4. Probably didn't see those. But, as some of you know, this isn't the last we're doing FTY. Not even for this year. This is a 3-day event. There was going to be a films contest, but nobody entered. Maybe no one wanted to see it. But, it's about time to close off now.